Hey guys, welcome back to the Grow Tent. Hi Weston. Just wanted to do a second update video here. As you can see, it's not a nutrient swap week, so our water requirement's a little bit lower. But quite a bit going on. It's transplanting season, so let's take a look at everything that's happening in here. Oh, it's actually really nice in here right now. It's been just over a week of having nice stable climate again. Like I was saying last week, there's a lot of really cold weather. Wasn't very nice, but we're back. I'm actually gonna flip this guy off. It's pretty loud, and I don't think the blurple looks very good on film. So I think let's go the opposite direction this week. I actually really want to show you guys this. So this is my chocolate habanero. You can see he's got great pods going here. This one is getting pretty big. This one, same thing. It was actually really small last time I looked at it. But got some other weird, whoops. It happens. It's got lots, don't worry. Some weird shaped pods going in over on this side. Very different shapes. But it is doing extremely well. I was worried because I almost killed it when I was transplanting it into this 5-gallon bucket. The plant actually fell through the cup, and I think I damaged the root ball pretty high up. And all the leaves flopped over. It stopped uptaking nutrients and water. Had to cut all the peppers off of it. It's pretty unfortunate. And the root ball kind of all just fell into this big nasty blob. But check that out. Just all these brand new white roots just blasted through the rotten stuff, and they are looking awesome. This plant is doing better than ever. So yeah, hopefully I can keep the pods on long enough this time to let them ripen up all the way. But either way, got lots of blooms on there, so definitely lots of new stuff starting soon as well. The Apocalypse Scorpion getting a bit of canopy again. Looks like we've got some buds going. I might have to pinch those. These guys I've been kind of just letting them do their thing. They're also doing quite well in their new buckets. This is the Reaper, this is a Chocolate Reaper. This one is the least sturdy of the three. It actually, I've been rotating them so that they can share these 3 lights. It's not quite enough for all of them, but they're doing pretty well. And the Chocolate Hab's getting a little bit of special treatment because it's got peppers on it. But I think the plan is going to be to put these guys outside when the time comes, which is not too far off. It still seems like a distant dream. But let's take a look at this. Is the Bula Bubblegum 7-pot red. God, look at the stem on this thing. It's more like a trunk. It is kind of ridiculous what you can grow out of a solo cup. This is an amazing plant. It's got some actually pretty weird growth going on. You can see down here it did this curve. I think either it's not enjoying the blurple quite as much, but I think the leaf curl might be a lack of magnesium. Cannot be sure. Need to do a little bit of research and do some work on this plant, but there's a few peppers going on it. Got one pretty ripe right here. Ooh, that's actually probably ready to come off pretty soon. And then our nasty ugly guy over here, excuse me. You can see it's got like a perfect line of ripeness. But yeah, this guy's probably going to get a bit of a prune. I think I'll keep it inside. It's a really good plant. And then the Giant Reaper. I had this thing under the Spider Farmer for, probably a month or so, maybe a little bit more. I was really hoping it would set some fruit. But lots of flowers. Unfortunately, they all just fall off. I haven't managed to get it. I think it just needs more sun and heat than I can give it down here. So it's probably going to a new home pretty soon where it can get what it needs. That'll be good. And I fixed up this grow light. It's a bit of an older one, but it was doing pretty good. I had it running back up at 100%, and then as soon as I flipped it over to hang it up, one of the panels went out, so I've got some more troubleshooting to do on it. I'm just leaving it unplugged for now because it is a beastie light and it puts off a lot of heat. So it's not really worth having it plugged in, even though this guy desperately needs like a ton of light. But it's because I moved the spider farmer over to my other special treatment area. These are most of my seedlings. There's a few more hanging out over here, a few up there. I've kind of just been spreading everything out into where I think I want their homes to be. But just for now, I've got all of my ones that still need to be split up into their individual cups. Lots of fun stuff. This Jace Peach Ghost. These are really crowded, unfortunately, but they're doing quite well. Bet you if we... Oh yeah, I got some roots going. So yeah, these guys need to get split up really soon, but I'm very happy with their progress so far. Lots of really fun varieties. These are the rock wool cups, or the rock wool seedlings rather. They're in net cups underneath all the clay. And I can actually show you, this Shishito was the first one to come up. It's doing pretty well. I'm feeling like they're a little bit slow in the rock wool, honestly. But look at this one crazy long root just right down to the bottom. This looks like it's starting to split off a little bit, but I'm not sure that's exactly what I want. I might try removing the wicking ropes to try to remove a little bit of moisture from the upper part of the plant, and then hopefully that encourages more roots to grow kind of from the base and not just one long stringy one. But we'll see what happens. That'll be kind of a fun experiment. And these are the transferred ones. They're all in their own cups. Everything is looking pretty good. I'm actually looking like I might have a bit of leaf curl going on, especially on some of the taller ones. I think the light might be a little bit intense for them. Yeah, let's give that a go. That's actually, so it's at 80 now. It was at about 85 before. But this is a very strong light. I've got my lettuce. I think this is actually the only thing in the tent that isn't a pepper. So, yeah, it's also doing really well. I've got it planted like a cluster, so it should turn into a bunch of different colors. And it's also got roots coming in down at the bottom. But I find it doesn't work quite as well with lettuce. The roots are not as sturdy. They don't like to sit in the cup quite as well. They tend to dry out a little bit easier. But this guy, another experiment. Turns out these Wendy's cups, it's not a Habanero, it's a Rhino DD. Looks like a really fun, I think a scorpion type variety. These Wendy's cups, the large ones, they perfectly fit a 4-inch net cup. So I'm going to be starting a handful of rock wool plants in these. Pretty stoked. And then these guys will probably, I want to try some deep water culture hydroponics. All of my current ones are all crack key. There's no aeration. I just do pretty frequent nutrient swaps. Just ignore those guys down there. Anyways, yeah, hoping to try out some new stuff sometime in the near future. I've got, I'll check this guy out, the Sugar Rush Red. I picked a bunch of peppers off of him probably a week ago, maybe a little bit less. Got another ripe one coming in here, but made a bottle of sauce with those and a bunch of the Bootleg Bubblegum 7-Pot Reds that was extremely tasty, or is extremely tasty. But we've already got so many new pods coming in. Look at these super long ones. They're such nice looking peppers. They take a little bit of a long time to ripen. God, I love this one. The shape of it is so good. And then lots of just brand new ones coming in. All these little clusters of flowers. You can see another new one there. And the lights, they're pretty close to the light. It's pretty intense, so it looks like the growth between the nodes is really short. And it's just getting these clusters coming out of each one. So amazing plant. It's doing a really good job. And these are such tasty peppers. Very, very big fan. Looks like we got a flower on the Scotch bonnet. I don't think that's exactly what I want, but I haven't had time to work on these guys. I've just been really busy with school. So hopefully sometime in the near future here I'll be able to put a little bit of work into them and hopefully figure out what they need. Oh, up here, this is my most recent seedling tray. So I'll show you these guys first. This is all the rock wool. Just a bunch of really fun varieties in there that I'm excited for. And then these are the soil ones. Oh, looks like we got a couple yellow Scotch bonnets popping up there. We've got Sugar Rush Red, Sugar Rush Peach, yellow Scotch bonnets, and Carolina Reapers. Bunch of stuff in there. And then in this tray I've got peri peris, peach habaneros, some jalapenos, cayennes, and these three in the back are LI Black. I got a 100% germination in the cup, so I've got 5 of these. So the ones in the square trays I'm planning on selling. I'm gonna load up a bunch of those in the near future here. Humidifier's still going. It's doing a good job. It's my red tie in a can. It's doing really well. It's getting nice and tall. It's got nice growth between the nodes there. Same thing with the ahi cherapeta. You can see this branch is just getting so long and coming up and getting little tiny buds right from the base there. The roots are doing really well in there. This is going to be a nice bushy plant. No peppers quite yet, but hopefully soon. Unfortunately, I accidentally broke a branch off the other day, but it'll bounce back. It's not having any problems. I've got my 2 Sugar Rush Peach. These guys have amazing roots, especially for how young they are. So they've been getting lots of hydronutrients. They're just drinking them up. Same with these 2. They're also Sugar Rush Peach. They're doing extremely well. I do have to refill them very frequently at this point. And then I'm just gonna move these guys out of the way. Check this out. The Chinese 5 color has tons of flowers and actually quite a few peppers as well. It's got, this is the first one that popped up. It's quite big. I don't know if you can see compared to my finger. And then just a bunch more coming up. Looks like there's even more fruit setting on it. Look at those guys. They're just beautiful. Absolutely amazing color. I love the purple. But hopefully, if it lives up to its name, these guys are going to start turning all sorts of crazy colors. So I'm pretty excited for that. It's almost empty again. I filled it probably 6 hours ago. Things just drinking up, making lots of peppers, working hard. It's a really amazing plant. And then, oh, check these guys out, the Zion Mutants. These are from Matt's peppers. They're very cool looking. This one isn't quite looking too mutated yet, but I'm sure it will soon. Same thing with the Mutant Candlelight. Then a handful of Kangstar varieties that I'm really excited to grow this year. There's a few over in the main bin there as well. I'm just kind of splitting everything up, trying to figure out where everything wants to live. And then up here I've just got a handful more of the very young rockwool plants. A couple of fun varieties in there. And then these guys just came up, the ahi pennes, but I didn't realize that they had sprouted, and I had them kind of tucked away over there, and they did not get enough light right off the bat, so they're looking a little bit leggy. Hopefully I can save them. Got the upside down Sugar Rush Peach, looking not very happy to be upside down. And yeah, I think other than that, not too much else going on this week. Just more transplanting. And yeah, I'll post some pictures of the roots of these guys on my Instagram. If you're not following me over there, check it out, Procrastinator Peppers. And I hope you enjoyed this weekly update. Catch you guys next week.